I sold my wife's $8,000 engagement ring to a stranger in a gas station parking lot the morning of our anniversary. Sarah and I agreed early on, year one of the marriage, that we'd each keep a small personal account for fun money, no questions asked, but everything else stayed pooled and visible to both of us. Both our parents fought about money for years growing up, so this felt like the fix. Honesty over every dollar that mattered, nothing hidden between us. For almost 2 years, I'd been quietly building a trip fund inside my own fun money account, tracked in a notes app on my phone so she wouldn't see it on the shared banking app. I put in $160 a month, sometimes more if I picked up weekend Uber shifts, and by the time I was done, it added up to $3,840. I canceled my Xbox Game Pass, sold my old kayak for $310, and skipped Friday takeout most weeks to hit that number. The whole point was a surprise trip to Savannah for our 5th anniversary. Hotel already picked, a carriage tour already researched, down to the company name. The ring itself had cost me 8 months of careful saving back when I proposed, working double shifts at the restaurant on top of my regular job, driving my old Civic another 2 years past when I should have traded it in. I never once regretted either sacrifice. Both were built on the same idea, that if I put in the work quietly, it would mean something real when it landed. 3 weeks before the trip, my phone buzzed on the kitchen counter while I was rinsing dishes. I dried my jeans on my jeans and picked it up to silence the notification, expecting a spam alert. It was a Chase transfer confirmation from our joint account, $3,800, sent to a name I didn't know. Memo line reading, "For you, always." My thumb stopped over the screen instead of swiping it away. I set the phone down flat on the counter, careful, like it might go off again if I moved too fast. The name on the transfer turned out to be Derek, a coworker from her old job she'd told me a year ago she'd stopped talking to after things got weird. Scrolling further into her messages that night while she was asleep, I found a thread going back 6 months. Casual, familiar, one exchange where he called her by an old nickname only 2 people from that job ever used. It wasn't just the money, it was how easy the whole thing had clearly been for a while. I brought it up 2 nights later at the kitchen table, kept my voice level, just asked about the transfer. She set her glass down slow and looked past me for a second before she answered. "His mom died of cancer this spring, and I was the only one from the old team who showed up for him. Drove him to 2 of the funeral arrangements myself. It's not like you needed it for anything special anyway. We don't even have plans right now. You're being dramatic about a transfer, honestly. Figure out what you're actually mad about, and we can talk about it then." I didn't raise my voice. I nodded once and let the rest of dinner pass in near silence, clearing plates without a word about it again. That week, I called the hotel in Savannah and canceled, eating the $600 deposit without telling her why. The carriage tour I canceled too, a smaller fee, but still gone. Before I decided what to do next, I thought about what it would cost me on top of that. The trip fund, I'd have nothing left to show for. 2 years of quiet planning, gone for good either way. None of it changed my mind. I posted the ring on OfferUp that Tuesday under a plain listing. No photos of us, just the ring on a white towel with the diamond certification number blacked out. By Thursday, I had 31 messages. I picked the highest cash offer from a guy named Andre who wanted to meet local instead of shipping. No interest in haggling over the price. Our anniversary morning, the day she expected a flight to Savannah, I drove to a Circle K on Route 9 and met Andre at 7:40 in the parking lot. He counted out $2,200 in cash on the hood of his car, hands moving fast, and mentioned without me asking that it was for his daughter's braces, some plan he'd been putting off for 2 years himself. He thanked me twice before he drove off. I came home and set the cash on the kitchen counter in front of her. I said, "The ring bought back exactly what the $3,800 already cost us." Turns out I didn't need it for anything special either. I picked my phone back up and opened the notes app, deleted the trip fund entry line by line while she stood there looking at the cash. I grabbed my keys off the counter and headed out to return the rental car reservation I'd also canceled that week, leaving her still standing in the kitchen, staring at money that wasn't going anywhere near Savannah.